One of the big things that I've been trying to work on here is like, you know, just being a good leader, being accountable is a huge thing. You want change, you gotta be accountable. You gotta have someone or something constantly checking up on you, making sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you know, God's all around us sometimes, but sometimes we don't have that reverence for God all the time. And, you know, I think it's kind of crazy too, is that people be talking about resolutions, especially at the beginning of the year. You know, it's a fresh start, it's a fresh this and that. But I mean, sometimes sometimes for certain people, like this time last year, I had I had over like $2,000 that were already taken from me. So this was definitely not a good time for me to start fresh. This was like, I gotta catch up, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes the right time isn't always, or there's never gonna be a right time to start fresh, to start clean. And the Bible says too is that every day His graces and His mercies are new. And He said, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. He said, I will rejoice, and He makes a choice. He makes a choice flat out right there. I'm gonna do something today, and it's just a mindset thing. And I think sometimes that we get too caught up in that, that we put too much faith in time, not in God. And you know, talking about like kids, you know, I see a big problem is that they're like, man, you know, Christianity's boring, like all that, and I'll do that. I'll get better, I'll get smarter, get wiser when I get older. You're putting your faith in time right there. You're not putting your faith in God to work in you now. You're putting your faith in your time. And the thing about that is that who's guaranteed tomorrow? I mean, those kids, you know, in that family, God bless them, man. But Connecticut, yeah, Connecticut, 20 of them, man. And Trayvon, was it Johnson? Martin, my bad, Trayvon Martin, yeah, Trayvon Martin, like. That's our age, man. Yeah, and the things that constantly bombard us each and every day with the drinking, with the alcohol, with the parties and this and that. Who says I'm not gonna get on the wrong path of it? Like, there's so many things in front of me that I could do, you know, and put my faith in it, but none of it leads to the change that I want. And so I think for me, the biggest thing I can do is talk about your word. Your word, I mean, it's so powerful. Is that if you can't have the capacity to fulfill your word, then your word is nothing. So that's why it's always said, you know, lead by example, you know, not always by your talking. And so I would rather, you know, I heard, was it Constantine? He said, preach the gospel every day, and if necessary, open your mouth, use words, you know what I'm saying? So I pray that my life could be a light and an example to those who don't have a Bible in front of them. That I get in, you know, that's my dream, man. I mean, that's my dream, that's my desire, that's really my heart's cry, is that I want to get in the word so much and be so influenced by the word and rub off so much by the word that people see me as, you know, as like the word in the flesh kind of thing, you know, as best as I can. But yeah, that's just what that is. But here, I'll ask you a question real quick. How dreams, like y'all got dreams for this upcoming year, all right, and y'all got things you want to change for this upcoming year. What has kept you from fulfilling those things last year that is gonna do it for you this year? Y'all got anything?
People that I thought were my friends that influenced me. You know what I mean? Like going to parties and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of felt like, you know, to be happy, that's what I had to do, you know what I mean? And I never, like, I've always been the type of person, you know what I mean, that I'll do anything for my friends, you know? But I started to notice that, you know, it's not the same in return, you know what I mean? You can be the nicest person to your friends, you know, I've given furniture to my friends, I've let my friends stay at my house, you know? And it just seems like it's not the same in return, you know, they don't give you the same respect. So, like, I don't know, I feel like they're holding me back, you know what I mean? I want to break that chain and go off on my own, you know what I mean? Like, it's time to focus on me and let them do them, you know what I mean? If they're going to be holding me back like that.
So let's just say I was part of your clique, all right? And I've seen you leave, and I'm starting to get kind of frustrated at you leaving. And now that one of my boys is about to leave, I'm going to call you a hater now because you're leaving. How do you feel about that?
Yo, it will hurt me, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, they've, you know, been my friends for so long, you know what I mean? Everyone in my crew has been my friends since, you know, we were little kids, you know what I mean? Because our parents were all friends. That's how we all got clicked up.
Yeah.
But if you can't respect, you know, the choices that I'm gonna make, then I mean, you're not really worth hanging out with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it would hurt me, but at the same time, it's not worth it.
The thing about this, I'm glad you said that, cause yeah, it will hurt. It will hurt, but you have to love yourself first. That's a big thing, man. That you gotta love yourself enough to not kill yourself to try to fit into something that's gonna hurt you later. And that's the thing, though. That I mean, well, have you felt like you were ever like isolated in your friends because you wanted to change?
Yeah. Whenever high school started, you know, that's when I really started feeling like everyone's like, man, you're not gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be the same. And, you know, it kind of put me down. You know what I mean? Like I was like, man, well maybe I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like these have been the closest people to me. They know me better than I do. Is kind of the way I felt. But like now, you know, I feel like I'm growing up a lot. You know, since I got this job, like it's made me grow up and focus on the things that I really have to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just, I'm ready to change. You know what I mean? Regardless what anybody else thinks, I'm gonna do me. They can do them.
Yeah.
That's it.
I got you, man. What about y'all? What y'all think? Your friends make a difference in your change?
What's your main question? What's kept me from doing what I wanted to do last year?
Yeah. What's keeping you? Okay, the thing you got something you want to do this year.
Yeah.
But what kept you from doing it last year? That is gonna change about this year. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What barriers you gonna
like
yourself?
Procrastination, motivation. Like honestly, my goal last year was after I finished at the JC was to transfer to another school.
Yeah.
Be able to keep playing. And I kind of just was like, oh, I'm still young, la la la. But reality sets in. It's starting to set in a little bit. I mean, I'm not old, but I don't have that much time left, and so that's kind of why this year I'm pretty determined. Like after I finish this semester, by April, for next fall I plan to transfer to UNM, and by April I plan to have contact with coaches up there just to give me a tryout. And I mean, the worst thing they can do is say no. But from now till April, I mean, I'm gonna be back in the gym like I used to be, lifting weights, getting up shots, and really just motivated. Like I'm more motivated now. I know it's kind of time is slipping for me to fulfill that dream.
Yeah. I got you, man. How about you, Z?
Yeah, 30 seconds, man.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me just cut on real quick.